thy light, only in dying life. Speak to us, God, your life-giving word.
Hi, friends. I'm Mother Sylvia at St. Mark's, and I'm here with my good friend and one of our iconographers, Pat Catlett, who is going to tell us a story. So I invite you to get nice and comfortable, take some deep breaths, sing along with the song, or just listen and get ready for a story.
Only in silence the word, only in dark the light, only in dying life. Speak to us, God, your life-giving word. Only in silence the word, only in dark the light, only in dying life. Speak to us, God, your life-giving word.
Wow, this looks like it's going to be an exciting story. Pat, will you tell us this story?
Yes, Deborah, a judge in Israel. After 40 years in the wilderness, the Hebrews' wandering ended. Their way had been long and difficult. Those who began the journey, Moses and his followers, did not live to see the journey end. The survivors settled in a land called Canaan. It was the land God had promised them. It was the land to which God had led them. In Canaan, the Hebrew leaders were called judges. At the time of the story, the chief Hebrew leader was a woman, a judge and prophet named Deborah. Deborah is a Hebrew name that means honeybee. We think of bees and honey, but as this story about Deborah reminds us, bees also have stingers. She lived out in the countryside in a place now called Deborah's palm tree. If two people had a quarrel they could not settle, they would come to Deborah's palm tree and ask her to decide a dispute. Deborah was so wise and her wisdom was so well known that people agreed to abide by her decisions. Not everyone was happy with Deborah's decisions, but everyone respected her. Deborah ruled in difficult times. The Hebrews had many enemies. One powerful enemy was King Jabin, who had 900 iron chariots that he used to conquer his enemies and to frighten away those who might become his enemies. King Jabin made life miserable for the Hebrews. But Jabin had not counted on Deborah, who proved stronger than 900 iron chariots and wiser than his most trusted generals. Weary of King Jabin's oppression, Deborah summoned a Hebrew soldier named Barak and ordered him to raise an army. She told him to lead the army against King Jabin. Deborah believed God wanted her to do this, and so she was not afraid. But Barak was afraid. Perhaps he had seen all the king's chariots. He said to Deborah, "I'll go, but only if you go with me." Deborah answered him, "All right, I'll go with you." But then she warned him, "Remember this, if I go and we win the battle and conquer King Jabin, the only thing people will remember is that a woman won the day. A woman, not a man." Barak's fear of death and defeat was greater than his fear of looking weaker than a woman. So Deborah and Barak went together into battle. They won, just as Deborah had said, and together they sang a song of victory. "May your friends, O Lord, be like the sun as it rises in its might." And the land was at peace for 40 years.
Wow, what a cool story. You know, sometimes we have to do really scary things. And I think it's all right to be scared. And it's definitely all right to ask for help. God gives us to each other to help each other be brave. We do have to do hard things, but we don't have to do them alone. I wonder when you have had to do a hard thing and you were afraid to do it alone, but someone helped you. Or I wonder when you helped someone else who was afraid to do a hard thing. Think about it. Share those stories with your family, and the next time you're at church, look for Miss Pat or for me and share those stories with us because we would love to hear them. We'll see you soon.